Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Divine Rebel Readings. My name is Racey, and today I am going to be doing all of the Zodiac's 3 advice cards. I'm using my Wisdom of the Oracle deck to give you a little insight into the matter. I'm using my Power of Love deck to help you remember something that you forgot. And my Universe Has Your Back deck. And that's what's in your highest good to know right now, above all else. So, just FYI, I do use curse words, so if that's not your thing, you can respectfully just click off now. But I will have all of the times in the description so you guys can look after. All right, so I'm just going to clear the energy really quickly. I got my little mini singing bowl, and then I'm going to give you all your messages. There you go. And I've already pulled all of the cards to save on time. Okay? So you can watch them for yourself, you can watch them for your significant others, or family, whatever you need to do. And of course, make sure you subscribe, like, and share if they resonate. Okay? So, starting with Aries. The first card that we got from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck was Blessed. And this is what the universe wants you to understand right now. And when I pulled this card, it's also a reminder of the blessings in disguise. You know, hindsight's 2020. And we don't always like what's going on right now. But there's always a higher good reason for it. And so this card is to remind you not just of the blessings that you are getting from the universe, but the blessings in disguise too, because it's all important. And the universe has your back deck. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. You know, the universe is brilliant and it works in amazing ways. And if we can't follow our gut, you know, because it's always in hindsight, you know, when you say, oh, I should have listened to my gut, you know, I knew, I freaking knew, you know. You got to understand the universe is always pushing you in the right direction, even if you don't realize it. You know, what's in your highest good sometimes, you know, and the bigger picture of your life. And I know that's easier said than done sometimes. You know, people lose things and people and, you know, different things that we care about, you know. So just remember that if something doesn't work out, there's something better. And be really grateful in the moment, you know, for everything that you have. For what you need to remember that will help you immensely through the next month is empathy. And it says you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Like there's a reason, like you know, when you have to do certain things that you're guided to do, right? You just know it's in your highest good. It does affect other people and they do get hurt back sometimes. You know, they feel abandoned or, you know, they make you feel guilty for the choice that you're making because it, you know, it hurts them in some way. They're all on their journey through healing too, and they're all learning too. And it's okay that you feel what they're feeling. It doesn't take away from what you need to do for yourself, right? So Aries, whatever it is that you need to get done for yourself this month of December, it's okay to do what you need to do despite other people, is the message that I got from these 3 cards. Just know everything is working out perfectly. The universe does not make mistakes. There's no such thing as coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. Okay? So, advice for Aries. Taurus. Taurus. We started off with new life. And this is, I feel like I keep hearing long time coming. You know, you've been in this place of growth with the universe for a really long time, you know, being in this shell where you're growing and you're finally going to be seeing doors open. You just have to be willing to take them, right? Because the universe it's really starting to allow you to follow the path of your dreams, right? It's really starting to do that. And it wants you to know there is a stream of love supporting your dreams. There is a stream of love supporting your dreams. The universe, when your intentions are good, when you're, you know, working really hard towards something, the universe doesn't not notice. And eventually it worked out enough things in the background, and you've been consistent in your intention and your energy for so long that it's starting to pay off. The universe wants you to know this and to remember that you are free. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the energy of openness. You are now in an open exchange with the universe. You're free to create whatever dream it is that you've been creating. Like, you're free to live it now. You know, there are no limits. There are no caps on what you can do. And the universe wants you, it's like saying, go for it, go for it, go for it. You know, that's the advice for Taurus. You know, come December, if you have an opportunity or something coming to you and you've been working towards something and you've had a goal towards something, green light. Green light, you know, go for it. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't make any excuses for yourself why you can't if you know it's what you're meant to be doing. Just trust that the universe is going to work out for it. It's supporting you with a stream of love, right? Because this is what you've been putting out, this self-love energy, doing what you love. And so that's what the universe is paying back in kind. Now, Gemini. Gemini started this off with the never-ending story. So I immediately thought stuck in cycles, right? Stuck in a cycle. It's the same old, and it doesn't feel good. And so the universe is prompting you to make choices. It's prompting you to make changes. Like, something's got to give. You can't stay here in this energy. You can't stay here, Gemini. This is not working out for you. You know, it's like being able to fly and not knowing you can use your wings. It's like you have the ability to leave anything, you know. And then we get this card, right? And it says, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing and conflict into growth and fear into love. You know, this is a reminder from the universe that you can leave situations that are not in your highest good, where they're causing you to feel like this. You can walk away and empower yourself through the experience, knowing what you've learned about yourself, what's good for you, what's not good for you, what you're willing to accept, what you're not willing to accept, you know, self-respect, and really doing the things that are only adding to your happiness. You know, when you get really, you know, honest with yourself and get real with yourself, can you approve of the person that you're choosing to be? Would you give the same advice to somebody else that you love and care about to stay in whatever situation that you're in? You wouldn't. So why are you doing it? You know, get real with yourself. This is going on and on and on for a reason. And this is about stepping into your own power and walking away from it. And at some point you have to take ownership for that, which is the reminder that you acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons. You know, you got to take ownership of the fact that you are where you are because your choices kept you there. And taking responsibility for that choice. No one made you stay. You could give yourself a million reasons or excuses why you stayed, but the fact of the matter is, where there's a will, there's a way. And if you've been stuck in something for a long time that doesn't feel good, you gotta forgive yourself for that, and then be proud of yourself for making the right choice now, even if you didn't make it before. You're making it now, you know. So forgive yourself and give yourself a pat on the back, and move forward, because this isn't serving you, okay? And you're stronger than you realize. You're stronger than you realize if you could take ownership of things and forgive yourself and learn the lesson and move on and be proud of yourself for moving on when you did. You know, if it's been dragging on for X amount of time, it doesn't need to, you know, drag on for, you know, YZ amount of time. Cancer. So Cancer started this reading with Between Worlds. And this is about leaving behind a chapter that you know wasn't good for you. You're walking away from it. It's just there's still ties there. It's almost like you've mentally checked out, but you're still dealing with it in the physical world. It's still a part of your reality. And I think it's been kind of difficult for you to move forward in full-blown color when you still have this gray area of the past kind of lingering. But you've turned your back to it. You know, you're in your goddess, you know, emperor kind of energy. You see the crown. You're moving into your authentic self. You know, things are transforming for you. And it's just that you're still kind of dealing with things in the physical. So the universe wants you to know, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Everything does work out. You know, if you're still dealing with some ugly whatever from your past that's still in your present, just remember the universe works in the realm of miracles. And you are love and on a loving vibration, and you don't have to worry about whatever that gray is. It is in the past, and you are in your power, and you are walking away from it, and it is going to work itself out. You continue to be positive and focus on this, right? Because remember, right, this is what the universe wants you to remember, is cause and effect, you know, the universal law of cause and effect. Remember, you are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. The energy you put out today is creating your tomorrow. So don't focus on the fact that that gray area is still there. Focus on all of the color in front of you, and eventually that gray area will disappear, because that's not what you're focusing on. So it can't continue to manifest. You put your thoughts and your energy and your intention and your love out in everything that you do. Appreciate every moment as it exists for you, wherever you are, whoever you're with, and don't focus on the things that make your heart space sink, right? No one said you have to answer anything today. No one said you have to do anything that doesn't make you feel good when you do it. You know, if it doesn't resonate in that moment to do something or say something, then just wait until it does. You know you have to, and you know the right words will come when they're meant to come. So just focus on where you're at and what you're doing and who you're with, and enjoy, you know, moments when you're outside and you can breathe in the fresh air. Like, be really grateful for the now moment, and you'll create the future that you want, the energy of the future, right? In those things. That was Cancer. So now, Leo. Leo got my favorite card in the whole deck. This is the No Place Like Home card. And this card is about your authentic self, the light that only you can shine in the world. This card is about being confident and courageously moving forward in the direction of your truth, your inner being, what resonates with your soul. You know, when you do it, it's something that you love doing. And the universe is saying, as you know, best advice, when you think you've surrendered, surrender more. Like if you think you haven't given up enough yet to chase your true self, be willing to accept and release anything, everything, anything, anyone, any circumstance, any object, item, whatever it is. Be willing to let it go, to chase your path, to follow your path, to fulfill the reason why you're here, Leo. This is the purpose card. This is the reason why you're here. So if you think you've surrendered enough, just surrender more. Trust in the universe. Trust that the universe knows what it's doing. Even if you can't see it, even if you don't know how it's going to work out, really trust in that and remember kindness. You remember, you are a humanitarian made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others. The universe is pushing you right now and through the month of December to really follow this, because this and this go hand in hand. When you follow your authentic path, it helps the highest good of all. You know, you put yourself in a position where you are in service to the greater good. And you don't even realize sometimes how you get there. Like one thing unfolds into another, unfolds into another, unfolds into another, and each step starts to reveal itself as you go along, and you realize you've climbed this amazing staircase, and the view at the top is incredible because you get to touch, you know, hundreds or thousands or millions of people. You know, Leo has that personality that can really go all the way with things. They have that character. So Leo, if you are watching this, please trust the divine, because there's things that you don't even know are in the stars for you, that it's gonna put a lot of love out there, and the world needs more of that. So Leo. Virgo. Virgo starts the reading off with all that glitters. And this is a reminder of the value that we place on things. Not everything that glitters is gold, and not everything that we think we need is what we need. Not everything that we want is what we really want. And it's, you know, I always give the example when this card comes up, like if it was an apocalypse, would you really need your phone, or would you need like wood or a lighter, you know, something to start a fire? If you were in that scenario, the lighter would hold more value than the cell phone, because the cell phone ain't going to do shit. It's not going to do shit. So, you know, the lighter would be more useful. So it's almost, it's asking you to consider the value that you place on things, the value that you place on people, the value that you place on, you know, maybe a job, a relationship with a friend or a family or anything. Like, look at the real value of what you're putting on it and what it is at face value. What it is at face value, what it really is, you know. Is your phone in your highest good, or is it a distraction? Maybe it'd be in your highest good to sit with friends out by a fire or something. You know, if you're in our hemisphere, it's fall going into winter, you know, right now. You know, so really stop and think about where you're putting your energies. Where you're putting your energies. Okay? And the universe's reminder, best advice to you. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Not everything works out the way you would hope it would work out. Not all relationships end up being what you would have ideally thought that they would be. And this is about looking through it through the eyes of the universe that loves you unconditionally and will bless you no matter what, even if it's a blessing in disguise. You know, when you look back on the events of your life and the relationships in your life, the experiences, you know, that you've had especially over the last year, you know, because it's December, you know, going into December. Really look at what you have to learn from it. Like if the universe loved you and needed to teach you a lesson about loving yourself, how would it best teach you? Because, you know, you are stubborn, or, you know, you have this belief or that belief that needed to be broken, or, you know, whatever it is. Like how else could it teach you that certain things don't matter? And then thank the universe for that, because you found what was really important, you know, being able to respect yourself and love yourself, and speak your truth and be empowered by it, you know, and really stand for what makes you happy, and not letting other people take that away from you, you know, standing in your own light and your integrity, what you had to learn and go through in order to reach those lessons, and realize the universe loved you enough to do what it needed to do to get you there, because you wouldn't have gotten there any other way. You know, had you experienced it a different way, or had it worked out a different way, you know, would you have still learned the lesson the same way to love yourself 100%, you know? And the universe, like, really think it's genius, because it's brilliant, in order to help you heal, you know, on a soul level, on an etheric level, spiritual level. It did what it had to do. It did what it had to do, because that was the best, most effective and efficient way it could do it. So that's how the universe works. So it's asking you to remember, right, moving forward, remember that you have developed a loving awareness that you and everyone else are on the same but different paths. Everybody is learning through their experience how to love themselves. Self-love, the heart chakra, is the one thing that I think everybody is really healing in their lifetimes here. It's their ability to, like I said, approve of who you are and the choices that you make, respecting who you are and the choices that you make, and only accepting respect from other people. You know, standing in your truth, speaking it from a loving intention, and having it received in the way you intend it, you know, and leaving the people that don't resonate with your truth, because they're not in the like vibration. It's not in their highest good, you know, your highest good to be around them. And only accepting that which adds to your happiness, so that it eventually reflects in the happiness of others that you love and care about. Those are the 4 big things to self-love. And everybody is learning how to do that. And maybe your lesson is being able to stand on your own 2 feet. And maybe their lesson is not being in control of other people, you know, trying to do for themselves what they do for others, right? Taking their own advice from a place of love, and realizing, like I said, everybody's on different paths. You know, everybody's learning it, but everybody's on different paths. We're all going to get to the same destination. It's just which ways we take to get there. And if you can understand that with other people, you know, whether especially family, you know, or longtime friends that you like family, just wish them the best. Just wish them the best. You know, love them from a distance if you have to love them for a distance, whether it's permanently or for a while. But, you know, not everything you think you need in your life is what you need. And we learn that. We learn that through experience. And if we can understand it through the eyes of the universe that loves us, we can forgive people and move forward. And that's the best thing. That's the best thing. All right, Virgo. So Libra. Libra starts off the reading with breathe. This card, when I get this card, is all about recentering. It's about really figuring out who you are within, right? Because this card in numerology is the number 29, and it's the 2, which is balance, the 9, which is coming to the completion of a cycle. You know, the karmic learning part of it is past, but it hasn't quite started anew yet. And it goes into the master number 11, which I look at, you know, divine duality within. And it's knowing that you got to follow not just your head, but your heart too. And you got to get real with yourself about what feels good and what doesn't, what feels like you're living a lie and what isn't, and going towards your truth, not living the lie anymore, but going towards your truth. So this is about recentering, knowing that the divine is within you. When you listen to your intuition, right? The divine is right there. You see the face. That's the face of the divine. It's with you. It's been with you the entire time. You know, your inner GPS, your guide, your highest self, source energy has been within you the entire time. The entire time. And if you feel like you're losing control or you're unhappy, you can go within and you can choose to change where you're at. You can choose to change your path. You can pick what's in your highest good. And you can change your life. You can change your life with the choices that you make when you take leaps of faith, when you get in touch with that divinity within and say, you know what, I trust it. I trust it. Maybe I haven't in a really long time, but you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go for it. Because it feels good. Because you know if you got it or you achieved it, it would be the best thing. You're not going to know if it's the best thing unless you recenter so that you can do what you need to do. So the universe can give you the action steps, even if it's one at a time. Even if it doesn't tell you how it's going to turn out as you take each step. And you just got to trust the way it's turning out is perfect. This is about surrendering to the divine will that you have within you. You know, we all have free will, but there's all divine will too. And there's a reason why you're guided for things. So start listening to your divine will here. This is our free will, but this is our divine will. And so it's time for you to make the choice of your own free will to follow your divine will, your soul's will. So the best advice the universe can give you, okay, says, my capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives me the words I need when I am ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. When you tune into your heart space, your soul's will, your higher will, divine will, that's your capacity to tune into love energy. And whatever you need to do, whatever this breather is, this deep breath you need to take before you do what you do, take in that deep breath and know that you got to do what you got to do, and that the universe will give you the words you need when it's time to speak. It will give you the compassion you need to forgive yourself, to continue to move forward, and to forgive other people so that you can move forward. That it will give you the power you need to find your way when you feel like you're lost off your path. When you're in a place where your mind has taken over and gotten you into such a predicament or such an experience that you're like, what am I doing here? What role am I playing? Is this really myself? The universe, call on your higher, call on your angels, Archangel Michael, ask him to come to you and protect you while you make the big leaps from your heart space in faith that the universe loves you, and it will only give you the best if you intend on the best and the highest good of all. If your heart's in the right place. If your heart's in the right place, follow it. The universe has your back. And if you could do that, Remember to be grateful. Remember to be grateful. Remember that you fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. You will make the biggest leaps and bounds in your growth here if you follow your heart space, if you can trust that the unfolding of it will be perfect for you. Be grateful in advance. Be grateful that the universe is reminding you that it has your back. That when you recenter and get in touch with your heart space, Libra, and you are in gratitude for all of the experiences that you've gone through in order to find yourself, to get in touch with this now, that everything will unfold exactly as it's meant to, in your highest good and the highest good of all involved. There's no reason to feel guilty for your choices. There's no reason to fear your choices. There's no reason to be embarrassed or feel ashamed or insecure about your choices. There's no reason to judge yourself or be resentful or get lost in the past and not love yourself enough to go for this. Don't believe in the lies that you've been telling yourself. Get rid of the illusion that it's hard or it's impossible. And let the ego and the pride, the mind, go to the wayside so that you can tune into understanding and compassion for yourself to move forward, that you deserve. And that whatever you deserve, there's other people that deserve. And you can change not just your life for the better, but the other people that you're in close proximity to. The ripple. The universe is giving you all the strength you need. So just breathe. Big changes. If there is something you do have to say, because I'm being drawn to all the light blue, this is the throat chakra. If there's some kind of truth that you need to release, then be grateful you have an opportunity to do that. The universe is giving you that. It's giving you the right words. Okay? So be grateful for any and all opportunities you have while you have them. And just take a breather. If you need to take a breath before you start, then take a good deep breath before you start. Okay? Scorpio. Scorpio starts the reading off with mending. This card, when I pull this card number 52, right? Let me start with the numerology here. The 5 is an auspicious change. It's something good. It's the universe making moves to help you, right? In the long term, it's changes occurring that are in your favor towards balance, which is the 2, right? To the number 7, which is like divine intervention. It's divine occurrence. It's divinely orchestrated. It's perfectly aligned and planned for you to heal something deep within yourself. This is you going inward and looking at reoccurring patterns or reoccurring events or reoccurring feelings through different experiences that you've had and being able to transcend it by going within and healing it so that it's not something you need to mend anymore. This is also getting in touch with your inner child and realizing you're an innocent being and you deserve all the best in life, no different than we would want for any child. You know, we always want them to be happy. We want them to live their best life. And the universe wants that for you too. And so when you do this inner work, it's not painless. The healing that takes place, like broken bones mend. Sometimes the recovery is just as painful as the break. It's frustrating. It takes time. But you will heal whatever this is. The universe is banking on it. It's counting on you. It has faith in you. It trusts that what it's doing for you is helping you the best it can. And it wants you to remember your vibes speak louder than your words. Your energy speaks for itself. If you don't feel good, your energy speaks for itself. If you feel great and you can trust, your energy speaks for itself. And that's the most important thing, right? Knowing what your energy is. And you know, because you're either going to feel like shit or you're going to feel fucking awesome. You know, so remember that your vibe is everything. So if something is going on that's, you know, driving you to sorry, wrong card, driving you to mend, you know, it's actually no, so this is Sagittarius's card, but it's flashing for a reason for Scorpio. You got to get clear on your intentions. If your intentions are good, and you do want to focus on your healing, and you do want to get past certain things that cause you anxiety or fear, or doubt, or sadness, you know, grief, remember that your energy is attracting your experience too. And there's no reason to be upset over things that happen in life, ever. There's always something to be learned from it. And if you could skip the sadness or skip the loss, skip the painful part of it and just realize, you know, that everything happens for a reason and you can learn from it. There's always something to learn from it about yourself. Then you're going to put yourself in a better position moving forward that you can transform, you know, like the butterfly. You know, the caterpillar thinks it's dying. It's ceasing to exist until it emerges as the butterfly, and it's so much more beautiful and better off than it was as a caterpillar. You know, so transformation is a beautiful thing and it occurs, and that's why the universe is asking you to remember evolution. Remember that you realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. And that's exactly what I was just saying. You know, this is about you evolving on a spiritual level, on a soul level, that you're not stuck in the same karmic lessons that you've been in for a really long time. You know, this is something that you've been healing for a really long time. And at some point, you have to recognize the push, right? The push from the divine in order to get you where you need to be in your journey, in your growth, so that you can succeed in the way that you were always meant to succeed. There is a path that has always been yours, and the universe is saying, hey, sometimes things are fucked up because you need to learn lessons and they're hard to learn any other way, you know, and you got to trust it and let it go so that it doesn't continually test you in this life, you know, that you're not always learning the same hard lesson over and over and over again. Like, what is it? What is it that you have to learn more than anything else that you don't have to go through these experiences? What's the universe driving home? What lesson is the universe driving home? Whether it's trusting the universe, whether it's following your joy, whether it's being confident in who you are, being confident in who you are, not being insecure, you know, being in a place of self-love at 100%, where you can approve of yourself, where you can respect yourself, where you can speak your truth and be that and add to your happiness with it. You know, there's a reason why the universe keeps throwing lessons at you or throwing experiences that don't feel good at you, because it wants you to heal certain things. And so you really have to focus, like I said, too, on what your intention is when you do the things that you do. Because if you're doing things, even if they're good, loving things, if you're doing it from an intention of fear, if there's fear behind it, it's not going to turn out the way you thought. It's not going to turn out the way you thought. And the universe is going to hand you a blessing in disguise as a lesson learned. You know, so remember, it's all for your growth, Scorpio. It's all for your growth. Now, Sagittarius. Sagittarius starts off their reading with the Y card. This card is all about the intentions that you set, why you're looking for a certain answer, why you want or need a certain thing. What is the intention you hold behind it? Because if your intention is from a place of love, if your intention is based on your self-love, where you are doing things that you can approve of, you are doing things that are respectful of yourself and only allowing respect from others. If you are of the intention that you are coming from a place of truth here, and that your truth is your passion and something you resonate with, something that helps your, other people in some way, and it makes you happy to do it, just know that the universe is behind you. Miracles happen when this card comes out and you're clear on your intention. If your intention is fear-based, the universe is going to teach you. If you're doing something because you feel bad, the universe is going to teach you. If you're not doing something and procrastinating, the universe is going to teach you. So remember, whatever your intention is, if you're clear on why you are doing something, the universe is going to support this. It's the fastest way to manifest anything when you have clear intention. And if you're working with the universe, which we all are, then you're working in the realm of miracles with your intention. So be really clear, Sagittarius, on why you're doing certain things or what it is that you want, why you want certain things. Because if your intention is good, if your why is good, the universe is in support. This card is number 31. This is your ascended masters, your higher, the balance of the Trinity, body, mind, and spirit, towards a new beginning. To the 4, which is all about stability, stabilizing in your vibration, stabilizing in your ability to manifest, stabilizing in your financial aspects of life, stabilizing in everything, stabilizing in abundance, stabilizing in your ability to stay at a certain vibrational frequency of love, holding that intention, the why, with everything that you do. Not part-time why, but full-time why. Positive intention in the service of all, right? In the highest good of all. And that's what the universe wants you to remember, right? With these 2 cards. The advice it gives: the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. When you know what your goal is, when you make it simple, I just want to be happy and I want other people to be happy. When you hold that intention and keep it simple with the universe, because the universe loves simple. It gives it a million ways to give it to you as fast as it can. When you surrender to how your happiness comes about, to who your happiness is with, to where your happiness is or what your happiness is doing. When you just understand that the universe is going to give you happiness, it's going to give you love, it's going to give you the resources that you need. When you surrender the outcome to the universe and you are at peace, knowing that the universe is working in your highest good, no matter what that looks like, that you can divinely accept everything as it's unfolding in the moment, the universe is like, yes, like they checked in. Like, yes, they checked in. Like, that's it. We can get going now because they are in a place of self-love. Remember to stay true to what resonates with your heart space. Remember that you realize that love of self is necessary to love another. You can't truly love someone if you can't love yourself, which means if they end up getting hurt by one of your self-love choices, you have to love them enough to be able to hurt them. Because through the hurt is how they're going to heal, even if it doesn't feel good. We all need to mend within ourselves. And sometimes you are the agent of darkness for others when you are the agent of light for yourself. And that's okay because you are doing your part in the greater good to help them heal the best that you can. the best that you can. So hold the best intention for all. Hold the highest good of all, no matter what that looks like. No matter what that looks like, be at peace and surrender that the universe knows what it's doing. That it loves them as much as it loves you. And if you're acting from a place of self-love, that energy ripples to everyone that you love and care about and cross. It ripples. Stand strong in this, no matter what. Dreams come true. Miracles happen with this card when your intentions are clear. Miracles happen. Stay in your self-love. Right now and moving forward through the rest of December for the year, this is the energy that the universe is asking you to carry. Okay. Capricorn. Getting into Capricorn. So, Capricorn starts off the reading with 2 to Sea. And this card is about letting the universe flow forward for you. The direction she's moving is forward. The binoculars are looking behind, but she doesn't care. She doesn't care what's behind her. And she's looking down in the moment, enjoying a book and reading or whatever she's doing. She's enjoying where she's at and not really worrying about the past or the future. She knows the universe is taking her slowly but surely exactly where she needs to be. So just know you don't have to know where you're going. You are moving forward. The number 7 card is about the divine. It's a divine number. This is the universe stepping in and doing everything it's meant to be doing right now in divine order. And if you trust that, you're moving forward. Even if it doesn't look like you're going anywhere, it might just feel like you're floating in the same spot, but the current is moving you. The universe is moving you forward, whether you realize it or not. And so the best advice in moving forward, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. And this someone is you. Look at yourself through the eyes of love, Capricorn. The eyes of love, the eye of the universe, the eye of love, loves you unconditionally. And it loves you enough to teach you in whatever way it needs to teach you, right? This is kind of like an ongoing theme in some of the cards. It loves you in whatever way it needs to teach you. Whatever is in your highest good. The universe will do it. There's a divine balance between light and dark. Negative infinity plus positive infinity equals 0, which is source consciousness. Source is all things. Light and dark experience alike. So when you realize that the universe is always pushing you forward, even when you're not paying attention, you're moving forward. You can better that forward motion when you realize this. Look at yourself for the first time with the eyes of love from the universe and be at peace. Be at peace. Remember, you recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. The balance between the yin and the yang experiences of life, the kindness that the universe holds, that it does bless you with miracle thoughts, including recognitions like this one. Right? Being able to move forward, knowing that you're moving forward, that you're not stuck. That you're not stuck if you've been feeling stuck. Like you've just been bobbing along and floating along and, life is what it is. Be at peace. Be at peace with where you are at and know that you are not standing still. It might appear that way, but the universe is working in the background and you might not be able to see it yet, but you will. So just be at peace with where you're at. Capricorn. Okay? Aquarius. Aquarius starts the reading with a leg up. And this is about being able to ask other people for help when you need it. When you really need help. Ask. Ask. Be honest. Be honest and ask. Ask family, friends, the divine, your angels, your guides, God. But ask for help. I know angels won't intervene. Guides and gods and goddesses and ascended masters won't intervene unless you ask. God answers. He might not give you words that you want to hear in your head, but he's going to give you opportunity. So ask. Don't be afraid to ask what you need to ask of from the universe to help you in what you need help with, to guide you where you need to be guided to. Okay? Be willing to ask. What do you have to lose? Asking. Okay? And remember, my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. The inner reflects in the outer always. So if you're in a space of lack within, you're going to feel the lack in your experience. If you are always feeling, abandoned by other people in the outer, then how have you abandoned yourself here? If other people are making you feel guilty for following your joy, how are you depriving you of your joy here? The inner reflects the outer always. So if you truly do want to move forward and not just float along, look within and see why you're feeling the way you're feeling, right? The divine mirror. That other people and other experiences in our outer reflect what's going on from here, right? And discernment is one of my favorite words. Remember this. You are developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. You are understanding what it's like to self-love. And sometimes you might be afraid of doing something because it might hurt somebody's feelings, but you're discerning now, is it really in my highest good to do that? Or is it in my highest good not to do that? And if I don't do that, am I doing it because I'm afraid? Am I doing it because I feel bad? Am I doing it because I'm insecure? Am I doing it because I'm confused? Or am I really doing it from a place of love that feels good and resonates with me? And so that's Aquarius. This is what the universe is focusing on for you right now. I want you to remember discernment. It's a big lesson. Discernment is a big lesson, being able to trust your heart space and not hesitate or second guess yourself with, programmed thoughts of fear or guilt or illusion that struggle is real, that there's no way. There's always a way. Where there's a divine will, there's a way. The universe works in the realm of miracles. So it'll always work out. You just have to discern what's in your highest good in any given moment. If something isn't resonating with you, it doesn't have to make sense why it's not resonating for a reason. Just trust that. You don't need to explain yourself to anybody. No is a complete sentence. So is yes. Yes comes with no excuses, just like no comes with no excuses. Discernment. Aquarius. And lastly, Pisces. So Pisces starts off the reading with the here and now. The here and now, and when you get to these cards, the universe is really pushing you to be in the moment. Not thinking about the past, not getting hung up in the past, or drumming home the past into your present, and not having anxiety about the future, how it's going to turn out. The unknown that you don't know, that makes you crazy and uncomfortable. This is about being grateful for where you are, the doors that are open for you right now. The doors that are open for you right now, you are here. That's what her flag says. You are here. The number 32 is your guides and ascended masters pushing you towards inner balance right within, so that you are not letting your head space run away with you and ignoring your heart space. For being grateful for where you're at, the lessons that you've learned from your past, knowing that they will best serve you with the future unfolding, and that you're going to do what is in your highest good now. This is all about the now. Looking for the doors right in front of you. You don't have to wait for that door to open. You don't have to be upset that that door already closed and you missed it. Look at the doors you have now. What is within your control now? The past and the future are beyond your control. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. But you have all the power that you could possibly possess right now in the present. And that's what this is about. So the universe's advice: when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Always. Always. When you're in the now and you accept that the universe loves you right now and is doing what's in your highest good right now, you will always come back to a loving, light vibration, high vibration that feels good. Knowing in this moment that you can trust the universe and that it loves you is a great feeling. You don't have to know how things are going to unfold in the future. You don't have to have anxiety about it. The universe has your back. It knows what you need. What you really need, not what you think you need, but what you really need. The universe knows what's best. It just does. It just does. So just trust. Don't worry about the past and don't worry about the future. You can plan, you can have ideas, you can set intentions with the universe for what you want and let it inspire you. Continuing to do and act on what feels good. There's action in this, but you don't have to have anxiety about it. It'll just feel right. It'll just be natural. It'll just flow. It'll just flow. It'll just work itself out. The universe does not work in road bumps. It works in the flow. And it just continues to flow effortlessly. So if you go with the flow, you're not going to hit road bumps. The universe is fucking awesome. It works in the realm of miracles. To be very focused on your present. And truly do remember what brings you joy. What really makes you feel good, Pisces. Remember that you delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. Enjoy all that you're doing. If you can't enjoy it, if you can't find a reason to be grateful for it and enjoy what you're doing, then you need to let it go. You need to start taking action steps here in the now with what is within your control to fix and finish. Okay? Do what makes you feel good. Don't feel bad for shit. If it feels good to you, just do it. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If you don't want to answer that phone call because that person brings your energy down, fuck the phone call. You don't need to answer it. You're fucking busy. You are busy relaxing because you're allowed to do that. You're busy focusing on yourself and creating something that is authentically yours to create. And you don't need to answer the phone. Done. Do what makes you happy. Don't do what doesn't. It's very simple. The universe is very simple. So just do that. Okay? Just do that. That wraps up all of our zodiac advice for now moving into December. You can follow me on Facebook. I go live on Facebook more often than I do videos on here. So you could follow me. Facebook, I am Racey Nicole. And my page is Divine Rebel Readings. And if you just so happen to be in Sedona, Arizona, you can find me at the Reading Room by Crystal Magic. So until next time, I love you, all of you. Have a wonderful rest of the year. I will be doing a yearly analysis for 2019, so you can look forward to that. Make sure you subscribe and share and have a blessed, blessed day. Wherever you are, whenever you see this. Until next time, love each other and yourselves, especially yourselves. Bye.